sounding really good. So anyway, we're going inside.
This is interesting. So I think she's warming up right here.
Best part in the background. Mariah's sounding really good. So anyway, we're going inside.
So this A4 is slightly flat because she's warming up. But this is what's exciting about that idea, right? So first of all, yes, she is mortal, though she would have us believe otherwise with these vocals. But this is something that's really, really good to do when you're warming up, is find out what you can get away with weight-wise. And by weight-wise, I mean like the volume you can bring up with your high notes.
Best part in the background. Mariah's sounding really good. So anyway, we're going inside.
So I think like that's warming up in the bathtub, and you know, like you got to figure out what your voice is each and every day, because it's going to be different, because the body is the instrument and it likes to change every day. So. I halfway want to put my headphones next to my dog's ear just to see how she would react. That's ridiculous.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot? I don't know how it goes.
So this is something I never get tired of repeating, because I think it's extremely, extremely important. Look at how very, very specific each moment of the song is.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
What gets a straight tone, what gets vibrato, how she's going to dig into it. Like, every phrase from a great singer, I don't care who it is, has a lot of detail and attention to it.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot?
She makes that belt sound so easy. She makes that belt sound way easy. I don't think it's a C5. I think it's okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, it's not quite a C5, but still a belt, and it's still pretty high. And it's how easy she makes it sound is what's impressive. I think if we were in the room there. Because like belting is loud. So I imagine that this audio gets compressed by virtue of whatever they were recording it on, and then again on YouTube. But it's stunning how easy that is for her.
I don't know how it goes. I never could pronounce it properly.
You don't need to.
My time. I was so I don't know the words of this song, but all the words. Please be true.
Oh.
This song, but all the words. Please be true. In other words, I love you.
That's one of my favorite jazz tunes. she's so good at bringing belt. Like, I think some folks, like, when we start out with belt, we're like, yay, we hit it. Yay, belt. Let's go as hard as we can on belt and loud and like belt. Right? There's an excitement for singers when they can finally do it. And what I love here is not that it's a high note. What I love is how it's tied into the rest of her range. Like, this one is definitely, like, it's a belt. And then she immediately untilts her cricoid cartilage. And then uses her thyroid tilt for some cool stuff to tie it off. Kind of doing nasally vowels. Like, it's even when she's just, like, playing. You know what? I guess that's the point, is she's playing, right? You don't get to, you have to enjoy what you do to be very good at it and playful, because I think when you play, you pay the most attention and you try different ideas that maybe you weren't taught to try. So it's really interesting to hear her play with her voice, because that's like, that is how you get good at something. I wish I had a party trick that good.
In my heart, I know this ain't gonna be our last kiss. It's too big, we just can't quit. What you think this is? Our love will always exist. Oh, listen to me, boy, you know we trip. So stop fronting what we gotta say.
So right here,
gonna be our last kiss. It's too big, we just can't quit.
She is retracting her false folds entirely, which is going to give her that nice deep sound. Also, she's an older woman, so she's going to have that, especially because she got kids. But
gonna be our last kiss. It's too big, we just can't quit. What you think this is? Our love will always exist.
So you can see that in certain elements, in certain parts, she's raising her larynx.
Think this is
right there.
Our love will always exist. Oh, listen to me, boy, you know we trip. So stop fronting what we gotta say. Something, something. Oh, this feeling is too good to miss. And ain't no kiss gonna never be our last kiss.
What I love here is that her straight tones, not that one, that was impressive. Her straight tones here,
boy, you know we trip, so stop fronting.
Those have a tendency to go flat. So you have to hit them a certain way. Now, if you practice hitting them, that's not like, you know, it's not unstoppable, or it's not impossible. You can practice hitting those, but like, it's not as easy to get that right intonation wise than as people might think.
Good to miss, and ain't no kiss gonna never be our last kiss. Isn't he lovely?
I love this tune.
I can't even appreciate the serenade. I can't
She's like, excuse me.
I can't even appreciate the serenade. I can't believe that Jake is done.
First, I thought it was something outside. What? Yeah, so because like walking around your apartment hitting high note whistle notes is like, or walking around whatever hotel room or apartment. I want to bring something up that, like, when you can hit stuff really easily, there's an expression in classical music where, can you roll out of bed and do it? I think people who are learning underestimate, like, there's levels to this, right? Like, can I hit high notes? Sure. But I can't, like, and I practice with this stuff and I try to analyze my high notes and like see, it's not enough that I hit them. I have to see like, okay, is there air leaking? Can I bring it back a little bit? Like, that's why I use this spectrogram. You know, it's not just, it's fun because I'm nerded and yeah, it's fun, but like that's why I use this thing, because this is how, if you want to do it live, this is what it takes to be able to just walk around and be like, yeah, I can do that. Like,
I realize a dream. Oh yeah. He rules the world with truth and grace and makes the nations blue. Merry Christmas!
whoever did this video is really going out here putting the notes on her shouts.
Merry Christmas!
Come on. I mean, I appreciate that he's thorough. Yeah, or she, whoever.
Shots surrender, play confessions that our bodies blending. Ooh, I'm in love with you, yeah.
I love a good blend.
I'm in love with you, yeah. Jam up with you. Will you say that for you?
Damn, I fucks with you is what I said. See, she didn't know I said that. Cut it out.
And we all make mistakes sometimes. But I'm all through. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And baby, I'm in love with you.
That's fun.
Understand how that can be regulated bigotry. There's got to be a way to connect this world today.
Like, talk about amazing phrasing.
Bigotry.
The way that she uses, like, you can hear when it's breathy versus it's the nodules. And she uses that, actually. She, like, uses that.
Bigotry.
That's air leaking from the nodules.
There's got to be a way.
The difference, like, the different things she throws in to give emphasis to the words is really cool.
Like rain, every time I see your face, I go on. I go on. I just wanna break it down. Anytime you come around, and maybe I can melt away.
Ooh, these harmonies are gorgeous.
Break it down. Anytime you come around, and maybe I can melt away in your heart. Leave it up.
It's like if Mariah were a supervillain, right?
Melt away in your heart.
I gotta be honest with you. If Disney cast Mariah as like the Sleeping Beauty, like, you know, sorcerer warlock person, I think that'd be pretty cool casting, actually.
Vive la France! We are in Paris. So excited to be here. Can't wait for the show tomorrow. Love you much.
Imagine casually walking around hitting these notes.
Oh, filming. Sorry. Hi. Okay, yes, I know we have to go. It's time for the show.
Why so Sicily? Boy, I wanna know
What happened?
we're not singing that part. Oh, very suddenly, as we kiss goodbye. Yes.
gotta say, it is. I mean, I'm not gonna stand here and say that Mariah has it easy or not. But what an awesome life it must be to consistently surround yourself with music and great musicians. Look at how attentive this guy is. Like, this guy's listening. And Mariah's watching her as well. This is definitely how you blend, right? You watch and pay attention very closely to what people are doing. This guy. The moving around note-wise, so like being able to harmonize and then do non-chord tones. So, sorry, quick music theory here. So if you're doing like a Bach chorale, or you're doing a chorale, it's like, right? Those would be the chord tones for 1-5-1, right? So moving between chord tones is not hard, but when you start adding in like non-chord tones to make like little vocal runs, you can easily lose your place. And no one's lost their place, and they're all doing it. It's really cool. I wish I could strike a pose as much as well that man can.
You say the night, don't let me rock you till the morning light. It's cold outside and much too late to drive. You know I need you, baby. I'm so lost without your love. Baby, stay, baby, stay, baby, stay.
These belts.
The morning light.
These belts are incredible. They're so gentle.
No more time.
Ooh. Something cool there.
I ain't wasting no more time.
Okay, this thing that happens to her when she does like an abrupt onset.
No more time.
You hear how that like comes, like there's this weird thing that happens, and I imagine it's because she has nodules. So when you do an abrupt onset, right? This is an abrupt onset. Let me do a ha ha. Right? You see how my folds are coming together immediately in response, and then it's like the left side of that waveform is just flat. But when she ever does an onset, like, and this is not just this is an example, it's like whenever she does it, it's this really cool sound.
Because I feel the unconditional love from one who cares enough for me to erase all my burdens and let me be free to fly like a bird, take to the sky. I need you now, Lord, carry me high.
Baby, it's all in your mind. Sang it. Baby, it's all in your mind.
That's so preposterous.
Baby, it's all in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, it's all in your mind. Baby, it's all in your mind.
Okay, I'm gonna just give you one little part.
Okay.
You should know I'm still here. If you really need me.
Baby. Come on, sing, baby.
Wait. Downhearted.
Downhearted.
This is my kind of dumb. This is my kind of dumb. I love it. Like, why they haven't casted her as Black Canary for something is beyond me. She would make a perfect Black Canary.
Mommy! What? You said do the high notes.
Time after time I reach for you. Try and I try, but you're so aloof. Where is the boy that you used to be? Baby, you're slipping away from me.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that these are singers that she works with a lot. Not just because I've seen them in a bunch of these videos, but
Where is the boy that
like everything is completely insanely in time and no one's listening to a click track.
Where is the boy that you used to be? Baby, you're slipping away from me.
It's also common that tenors tend to cut across the most when people are mixing their voices, because tenors are only a whole step up from a baritone. Like the difference between a tenor and a baritone in terms of what the voice can do is actually not that far apart, but the difference is that they have to sing higher, so they usually cut across a mix.
That you used to be, baby, you're slipping away from me. So far, you're slipping away.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
In his hands, he's got the whole entire world. In his hands, he's got the whole world. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands.
I feel like social media started out like rewarding people that could create media regardless of like their level of talent, and now it's gotten to the point where people put out so much content that if you're not naturally talented, or like not naturally, but like if you don't have like a real skill, it's harder and harder to make it and use social media as a marketing platform, because just the amount of quantity you need to release. So like when you're this good and you just can casually walk around hitting all this stuff, it's pretty amazing how that can translate into a career. Like I would be very interested to see like a chart of either like Spotify streams or some sort of metric to measure her popularity, because I imagine it's gone way up.
In his head.
Particularly
When
TikTok.
I hear that song and I hear the first like, feel so empty inside since our last kiss goodbye. It's like, I feel like an 8-year-old kid. Like, I'm like, okay, this is me as a little girl. You want to look at yourself in the mirror and go, I'm that chick you like. It's like preparation means because it goes, might need to go slow. I don't know why he's up on the brake every time I see his face. Basically, you need to slow down because every time you're around this guy, you're going a little too fast.
Just to know that it's going to begin with like a Andy.
She always kills the LBD right here. I know that there's a little tinsel in this town, but
We'll figure that out. That was a breathy version. Okay. We're gonna get a bigger moment, a bigger moment. Yeah, you just like. That was a breathy version. Okay. We're gonna get a bigger moment.
wow. So she hits that B really hard.
We're gonna get a bigger moment, a bigger moment. Yeah, you just like.
When you hit consonants like that really hard, there's a lot of air behind it, and usually that makes someone go flat, if only for an instant. But she didn't.
Got you so cold. Have you ever felt this on your own? Why you tryna play like you're so grown? Everything you own, boy, you still owe.
She consistently, whenever she blends, and that's been the case throughout this entire video, she really blends. She doesn't like, she doesn't take over, even though she could totally do that. So it's great to see because yeah, it's this right here.
On your own, why you tryna play like?
To me, this is one of the special things about singing, is that we can do it together, and that together we can make it sound amazing. That's not to say I don't like solo stuff. Of course I do, but like that people can share this still with her is, I think, a good thing.
Like you're so grown, everything you own, boy, you still owe.
All right. I mean, that was a cool video. Not at all what I expected. So, yeah.